Hello, this is DerTebbers, and this is your Flight Simulator X Mod Spotlight. Hello, and welcome to a winter snowstorm. Dog treats. We got dog treats on our plane. We are, if you can sort of see over there, the peaked tent fabric roof of Denver International Airport. We are on, I think we're on 16R. What are we on? Are we on 16R? No, we're on 7R. Yes, that is correct. We are flying, oh, here we go. We're flying this mod. It is a Pilatus PC-6C. I really like this aircraft. Nobody asked me to do it. I feel like doing it because I like it. So there you go. And someone asked me to fly out of Denver International, so now we're going to fly out of Denver International. This plane is another STOL aircraft. I really do like STOL aircraft. There's all kinds of fun little switches and knobs. Landing lights on. Let's turn those on. We got pitot heat. Let's turn that on because we're in bad weather. Nav lights on. Logo light. And sure, why not? And that turned off what? Nav light. So apparently the panel light turns off the nav light. Whatever. So here's our aircraft with all of its lights on. This is it's a powerful little turboprop. It actually set the world record for the highest landing for a fixed wing aircraft. It landed up nearly 19,000 feet. Doing some rescue mission or something or another. So here we are at Denver. Let's go for a little fly. Now, we'll put the flaps down here. Flaps are as normal, very deep. Now notice I took the brakes off and we're moving. So just like the Dash C, the de Havilland, you kind of have to watch this aircraft. It's going to wander off, but because it's a turboprop, I have yet to really find out where a good way to shut this plane off so it doesn't wander away other than hit the brakes. So since we're already apparently wanting to take off, well, let's do it. And here she goes. Now watch this take off. We're not going to use very much of this runway. There we go. Uh-oh, I've done knackered it. There, it's very hard to fly. Yes, I know, I'm going to stall it because I can't get the bloody thing to behave. There we go. Ready and up and locked. Okay. So, oh look, there's the rental car facilities. Those are completely the wrong buildings. And Pena Boulevard. Look at that. And there's the 3 concourses, and that hangar over there, kind of in the top there, that's the United hangar. It's one of their maintenance hangars at Denver International. Why do I know all this stuff? Oh, there's the old Continental hangar right there. It's actually was an old Continental hangar, and then it's now being used by, or was being used by Frontier prior to their acquisition by Republic. And then the 3 concourses. Concourse A is the international concourse. We get a lot of the international flights coming in there. I'm going to go too fast if we're not careful. Then the B concourse there, that is all of the Star Alliance, United, and US Air. Though US Air will probably leave the Star Alliance when they merge with American, but nonetheless. And then finally the C concourse, which is all Southwest and 5 gates for Delta. Why do I know all this? Well, I know all this because this is my airport. I have flown out of Denver International hundreds of times. And usually you don't take off from that runway that we just took off on. No. It's usually the landing runway. Or you take off on the inverse of 7. Usually you're taking off towards the mountains. These runways here, this first runway is it the first runway? I think it's the first runway. Could be the second runway. One of these, I could go look it up, is one of the longest civilian runways And in fact, the Antonov 225 takes off out of Denver International carrying parts from missiles built down in Colorado Springs. So yeah, I do spend a lot of time at Denver International, flying out of Denver International. There's Denver over there. Now this weather is pretty reminiscent of the weather that it was around here today. How about that? All of you that are asking, where do you live in the United States? Well, there you go. Here's your answer. I live in the Denver metro area. So we're going to fly in sort of towards Denver. Denver's over there. They're finally building a train out to Denver International. But we're going to head in towards Denver. We're going to kind of veer off. We're going to head towards the Front Range Metro Airport, which is just outside of Broomfield, Colorado. Just gives us a nice short hop to kind of play with our Pilatus. And I do really love this mod. I mean, it's got a lot of power. You can put it down in some very short fields. It'll actually just kind of float its way along. And these neat things like dog treats. I mean, how awesome is that? Well, I'm thinking about it. Do I need to turn on? Let's see, that's fuel switch, and this should be my de-ice on. I like how as soon as you flip that, changes the torque settings. You feel the aircraft change its behavior because of the load on with that de-icer. I like how all these switches are very it's like they're billeted out of a piece of aluminum, and the whole aircraft just looks so well modeled. We're gonna die if we don't pay attention to what we're doing again. Speeds, you're not going to get a heck of a lot of speed out of this aircraft, but it's a single engine turboprop. You never were going to get a lot of speed out of it, honestly. But it's just it's a neat aircraft to fly. When I do like missions or do flights up into the mountains of Colorado or whatever, I like to use this aircraft. I also like to use it a lot for just kind of hopping along through Wyoming. It's always fun. There's not a heck of a lot to see in Wyoming. I think it's just wind. It's a state full of wind. Oh, we've left the snow. Look at that. Heading towards the mountains that we can't see. So yeah, it's just a wonderful little aircraft. Very difficult for me to fly outside of it for some reason. I like how open, I mean, look at how big that canopy is. You can see everything you need to see there. It's just a really neat plane. I do really enjoy flying it. And I think it's a great aircraft for anybody who wants to do like, there's the badge you get for landing at high altitude. And I said in one of the first mod spotlights, you could do that in the de Havilland Buffalo. And you certainly can. This aircraft works a treat as well for that exact same thing. So it can get up into those high altitude airports. So you can get the badge for landing at the 5 highest airports in the world. It's also a wonderful STOL aircraft. So if you want to fly into some of the short fields, it's a wonderful aircraft for that. And you know what? We're kind of lost here. There it is. Sort of lost. You get used to navigating by sight. So I look around and I'm like, well, I don't know where I am because that's not real. That's not Denver. But I was going the right direction. We are climbing like crazy though. You can actually throttle back a little bit more, I think. There we go. We're going to keep our landing lights on because we're not going to be in the air very long. In fact, I see the Front Range Metro Airport right now. It's just over that rise in the engine cowling. Right over that rise is the airport. So we're going to go in and land there. And for all of you that were hoping for another one of my wonderful crash landings, I'm hoping that won't happen here. I'm flying a single engine prop. It's more my speed. What's that? Is that? Well, that's not... Oh, that must be... Shoot. I don't drive around here very much. I ride the bus. It's much better. Where are we? Okay, there we are. Where is... Because that was not I-25. Oh, look, there's a road right down there that goes straight into the water. I don't think that's realistic. Alright, let's kind of head downward here. Because we're now up in the clouds, and that's really not going to work for landing at the airport. Oh, there's I-25. Control backspace moves me forward, so I get that out of my face. There we go. Yeah. So I-25, and that looks like it's I-70 going up into the mountains right there. Yep. Then over here, it's more I-25, and there should be a road that's kind of angling past this airport, and that would be 36. See? Anybody who lives in the Denver area is like, yep, he knows what he's talking about, because, well, I do. But don't ever presume that this is where I've always lived, so there you go. Just a little FYI right there. We're going to cut the throttle. Nice little short flight. I do love this aircraft. I mean, yes, this is Mod Spotlight. I'm spotlighting this Pilatus, but you know, usually I do a really short flight. And there's actually an airport out by DIA that I could have just done an up and back, or I could have even looped around with DIA's airports. Oh, snow. But I really just love this airplane. It's so much fun to fly. It's so easy to fly. We're going to overspeed it though if we're not careful. I can't say enough about how fun this airplane is for me to fly. And I've probably, of all the mods that I've ever downloaded for Flight Simulator X, this one probably has the most hours on it on my other computer. Hundreds of hours of Pilatus time, Pilatus seat time. Yep, we're going over 36. That's 36 right there. See? It goes like right kind of kitty cat corner. Whatever. Yep. And Boulder is right over there. If you follow 36, you can kind of follow where 36 goes on the game. Boulder's over there. 36 runs right through downtown Boulder. Well, not downtown, but close enough. Alright. Gonna make this nice, easy landing. Over there is Rocky Mountain Arsenal. Dangerous place. Dangerous place. So we're going to go too low. Again, this plane, I mean, it's so forgiving. And because of its STOL capabilities, I really can bring it in, sort of just kind of float it gently over the runway and just drop it down. There's 36 right there. Going along. This was the weather with me coming home yesterday, day before, something like that. Whatever day I tweeted about wanting to play Cities XL. Alright, let's get some flap down, because we can slow this bird right on down. We'll just kind of flutter our way down. You hear the flaps coming out a little bit more because I went ahead and told it to give it full down. There we go. Look at this. Oh, stop, you crazy plane. What are you doing? Well, okay, so I did a terrible landing. I'm sorry. What is going on? I'm all kind of knackered back here. Whatever. Okay, we landed absolutely piss poorly. But, oh, no wonder. Look at that crosswind we were dealing with. I was getting all messed up in the crosswind. I was thinking it was straight in. Well, there you go. But we landed. We made it. Let's put on the parking brake. Let's open up our door. Which door opens? That door opens. Look at that. Oh, both of them open. And then we can just, this is the other thing. We can go ahead and shut her down. What's that? Bat switch off. Actually, I wanted the bat switch on. What are you? So let's turn off all of our lights. Oh, I want all the lights off, please. What are you? Ignition switch. Okay. We're going to turn that off. I really like that even this cover works. So I flip that switch up and there's my starter switch. I mean, that's a lot of things. De-ice off. Yeah. Excuse me. That's a lot of things. We got an air start right there. We got a switch cover. We got a ground start here, a starter switch. So it's really kind of cool. I really like how much work has been put into this. Flip that up. Start that. Flip. Here we go. And the engine comes alive. There we go. Started right back up. And then she tries to walk away. Always does that. I have the parking brake on and we're walking away. It's awesome. There she goes. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where my freaking propeller control was. There it is right there. So I really like this aircraft. It is the Pilatus PC-6C. Link is in the description. It's a really fun plane. I almost drove it into the water, but that's okay. It's a really neat aircraft. I really like it. And it's just fun to take it out and put it through its paces up in the mountains. So until next time, this has been Captain DerTebbers, who actually landed a plane without crashing it, even though it was a really bad landing. Until next time, bye.